just got gas and now we're on the road to Marfa, Texas. It's not a damn thing out here. Okay, so we have reached Marfa. Woohoo! So let me give you a little tour of my Airbnb. It's very...
Nothing else. Look at this photograph. So we have this little bed thing here. Nice art. This kitchen is making me laugh. It just seems so... I literally moved all the stuff over here so I could try to take a cool pic on my camera, but I don't even know if I did. And then over here, this bathroom is really what gets me, because it's just like, it's so funny. It's like a room, and I don't know, it's making me laugh.
Anyway, Wild Wild West. These concrete blocks are supposed to be art, but honestly, I'm not seeing it. I don't know where the art comes into play there. They're just concrete blocks to me. We out here. Desert vibes. Wild Wild West. This is allegedly another installation. Maybe it's just me, but calling this shit art is pretentious as hell. I struggle to see the artistry here. Desert kitty. That dinner was so good. Oh my god. It was like the most unassuming place on the outside. Literally looked like a shack. But the food, there was this, oh my god, it was so good. Like very home cooked. Amazing. Totally made up for the trash art. And then I went to a beer garden. That was nice too. It was like, you know, a nice vibe. Cool. Nothing to write home about though. This fucking Pixar ass land. I'm gonna go get some coffee and walk around town a little bit and hit the road in the afternoon. Desert kitty. Hi, desert kitty. My overall impressions of Marfa, it's interesting. Because all the people that like actually live here are like very blue collar Mexican immigrants, like I don't know. And then all the like art people are very like Instagram influencer, oh art, but it's all like the most pretentious art you've ever seen. I don't know. It's an interesting vibe, interesting mix, but the people here are super nice, and all the food I've had is really good. So overall, I'd say it's an interesting stop, but I'd recommend it on a road trip, but not to just come to Marfa. But yeah. driving on this fucking like backcountry road through New Mexico, and all of a sudden there's a sign for like a border patrol checkpoint, and it's like all vehicles must stop, blah 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 blah. And I just got so scared because I was like, holy fuck, I don't have my passport, what's about to happen, like rah. And I was like, oh my god, like my license says Wisconsin but my plates are Texas, like I probably look so suspicious and I'm brown, like oh my god. So I was like so freaked out stopping for this border patrol checkpoint. But then it was just like some guy, and I rolled down my window and he was like, good morning, ma'am, are you an American citizen? And I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, go ahead. And I was like, oh, okay, is that it? So, man, that was scary for no reason, but glad to know our border is well protected. He didn't even check my license, though. He literally just asked me, so anyway. I don't know if you've ever heard of Hatch Green Chilies.
Turn right onto North Franklin Street.
Or just like Hatch Chilies in general. But this is Hatch, where those chilies come from. And apparently,
in
if
1.3 miles, turn left to merge onto I-25 north toward truth or consequences.
There's like a Hatch thing right over there. Oh, do you see all those chilies? Wait, hold on. Should I guess them? I don't know if it's open. It doesn't quite look open, but yeah, all those chilies. So anyway, this is where Hatch Green Chilies can be found. Very interesting. Hatch, New Mexico. This I like. Truth or Consequences is definitely my vibe. Look at this. Nice little mountain view. And then there's
A bedroom, very nice. Love that. Couch thing. Okay.
there's me.
Looking a real rough after. No, I got a shower. Anyway, here's this. Pretty cool. This is the door I'm walking. That's, I love the vibe in here. It's nice. This is rustic. Love. Ooh, look at these. Essential oil. And a lighter. Nice little light bulb. Oh, light anything. This oven.
Never seen anything like that.
And this is the bathroom, I hope.
With no light switch? Wait, what? Hello? Oh, this is one of these. Okay, wait, what? Is there light in here? I see a light, but no switch. I'm very confused. This is like where the light switch should be, I think. Is there one out here? Okay, maybe not.
Anyway, it's like a wet bathroom, so the shower's right here. I hate wet bathrooms, but that's... I will manage. Why is there no light switch, though? Okay. Wait, literally, I see a light. Alright, I'll figure it out later. Really, though, this looks like... I guess I just turn lights on in here. Oh, maybe this is it. Okay, well. This is a light switch. Okay, this is the light switch.
Then out here is... Oh, this is so nice. Okay, wait, how do I... Oh, okay. They really locked this in a weird way. Wait, can I not open it? I can, okay. Got it. So then out here... Bruh. I really love when Airbnbs include guest books because they so often have such good suggestions in them. This one, for example, thank you, Samantha. I love it. Yeah. Very nice. I'm obsessed. Oh, and then all this shit. Useless. Oh. Mountains. Just went to the dispensary, so I'm gonna find somewhere to smoke some weed. I love this place so much. So last night I went on a walked around town, went into the shops and the galleries and stuff. And then I went to this brewery and I literally just sat there because they had this guy playing music and he was so good. So I just sat there and then I was just talking to people at the bar. The people were so nice. Like, so many people just came up to me and initiated conversation, which was amazing because I don't do that on my own. So love that. I talked to so many different people. Some guy gave me his business card here. His name was Justin, he said. He's a DJ. He goes by Daddy's Son. I thought it was a load of bahooey, but he was nice.
Say if we're gonna take a little left, you know, be rolling on the soft gas left. He said, if we're gonna take a little left, we're gonna get a bit higher. Say, whoa.
But so anyway, now I'm gonna go watch the sunrise, and then I'm gonna go soak in a hot springs. I'm so fucking excited for that. So I forgot to bring a swimsuit. So they had like a public pool option where you could just go into any of the, like, that you had your choice of which pool. There was like 6 or 7 pools you can go into. But then they also have like a private pool option. And the private pool is clothing optional. So I booked the private pool because I was like, well, I don't have a swimsuit and I want to do the hot springs. So I guess I'll just go naked. So I'm really excited for that. I think that'll be fun. I just went to the hot springs and then I stopped at a coffee shop just for like some coffee breakfast. And I got my coffee and I was just sitting on these couches there, and like slowly these old men started gathering around this couch area because it was like, you know, a bunch of couches around a middle table. And these guys brought in these boxes of donuts. They each brought a box of donuts from some donut place. And they were just like sitting on these couches and talking. And I was just like chatting with them. And they were all so interesting. And the guy that like ran the coffee shop came and sat with us. I had some donuts with them. They were like all at least 70 years old, like very old, but just such interesting people. And the guy that owned and ran the coffee shop was from Germany, and he was like talking all about like all the like World War II stuff in Germany and like all this stuff. And then one of the other old guys that was sitting by me, he was like really old. He must have been like at least 80, but he also had a camera, and he saw my camera, and then we were just talking about like that kind of stuff and the photography he does. And it was just amazing. Like, I was sitting there for like 2 hours just drinking coffee and eating donuts and shooting the shit with these guys. And everyone here is just like so nice and so interesting, and it's like a beautiful tiny little small town. Everyone's like, I don't know, it's like the most random place ever, but I'm literally obsessed. normal walk outside. When I woke up this morning, I woke up to see the sunrise, and I woke up, and lo and behold, look at this. It snowed. Let me actually show you. It's really pretty though. Show you the view from the better window. The only thing is, this thing is like lofted. You can see my camera set up. But with the loft, I literally like bang my head every time. Damn. The crazy thing is, it's not even that cold outside. I was initially gonna do, just hit my head. So I have a couple meetings. These 3 are not actually happening. So I just had my exit interview, then I'll do this, and I'll be done at 11 a.m. Today, finish up this work, walk around out here perhaps, and then go to the museum, eat some food in Albuquerque, maybe hang out in Albuquerque, I guess. And tomorrow I'll be in Santa Fe. The desert is so crazy to me, because it's not even like that cold outside right now, but it's snowing in the desert. Oh. Is that a freaking water slide? God damn. That black blob is a horse. I also don't know if I ever showed you the Airbnb, so this is the Airbnb vibes. You're so pretty. Look at her. She started to moo again. Then she stopped herself. There you go. Do it. Do the moo. Do it. I feel like I've never heard a cow moo before, because that cow, if that's what they sound like, that was like menacing as hell. On my morning walk, I'm taking the scenic route, so hopefully the snow doesn't affect the roads, because I think they're kind of twisty-turny, but we'll see. Yeah, these mountains are really beautiful. On a walk. I'm out of shape as fuck. goatee. Oh, this is the only place where I'm not staying at an Airbnb. King bed vibes. Low key, this is nice. So I'm sitting in the plaza with my coffee. The snow is pretty on all the adobe buildings. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee, people watch, just sit here, enjoy, and then have some breakfast and walk around. So this is a place called Bandelier. It's a national park, but they have all the ancient like Pueblo Indian cave dwellings and cliff dwellings and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see some of those. These bricks used to be like a little village thing, I guess. And there used to be 100 people lived in this tiny little, oh my gosh, it's a circle. I didn't even notice. So you can kind of see it there. It goes around in a circle. Here, you can see it better on this map. So it was like that, like a circle. But 100 people lived in this circle, which is crazy. And then I was right. In these cliff dwellings, another 400 people, yeah. Another 400 lived up here. Which I don't know how this hierarchy worked out, like who gets to live in this circle down here versus who has to live up there in the fucking holes in the wall. So this building right here is a reconstruction of what it might have looked like if they had a front building attached to their cave. So I guess it wasn't just like a hole in the rock and then a cave, but like, can you see? Oh wow, it's pretty roomy. Okay, let's go. This is honestly pretty roomy. It's huge. Dude. They had some fucking views in the caves. And numerous rooms. This shit is just so sad. Like, it specifically says sacred place, respect. Like, bro, why are people literally the worst? Like, why do people suck all the fucking time? I don't know if you can see it. There we go. There's some petroglyphs on that back wall. Man, that is so cool.
Like the ancient drawings. This is really making me wonder though.
I'm gonna have to look this up later. But did they like carve out these caves? Or are these caves like naturally forming and they just went in? There's a lot more carvings on this wall. If you see that spiral right there, it's kind of like a sun and a bird right here. I think that's a fish with legs. Oh my god, it totally is. Let's see what else I can find. Something over here. I don't know what that is. But yeah, all along this wall. Oh, the more I look, the more I can see. Here's another fish with legs. But it's so crazy because, like, every single thing they carved had so much meaning for them. And now, thousands of years later, I'm just here like, oh, a spiral. I'll do the half mile to this alcove house. But, oh wait, is it closed? I'm confused. I don't think it's closed. I see the sign, but it's facing the wrong way. So I'm going to assume that it's open. Looks like no one else wanted to come on this route because those are my footprints. And, yeah. No one else wants to see the alcove house? Y'all lame. I'm out here. These things scared the shit out of me. Friend or foe?
How are you starting, dude?
Okay, I'm not gonna hurt you.
I know they're like just deer, but like, are deer dangerous?
Track mark. Looks like something I should be afraid of. Where is it going?
It's not on top, so I'll stay on behind it. Jeez, I'm pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, those tracks disappeared off over there somewhere. So, yeah, but that definitely was a big paw. Something large. And that's me. Ladder number 2. Made it to the alcove house. Oh, I'm echoing. Whew. Not much of a house, to be honest. But you gotta excuse the panting. I am so out of shape. Honestly though, the ladders weren't even scary coming up. I may feel differently going down. But we made it. Like halfway there. The rain and frost and streams and creeks eroded small holes into these rocks. So it wasn't completely by hand. A lot of the small holes, I guess, were made by like natural activity. But then the Pueblo Indians made those holes, carved out those into like caves and dwellings. So that's very interesting. That's exactly what I was wondering. So it was a mix of both. So they do have bears here. And I am convinced that those prints I saw were bear prints. So pretty. Hey man, blocking my view, bro. So I just got to my Airbnb. It's on a garlic farm. I really love it. Look at this place. And what's even better, so I just got in here, checked it out, so let me show you the vibes.
But apparently from 8 to 12 on Fridays tomorrow is when they go picking. But I don't know if that's relative in the winter. It's pretty normal bathroom. But maybe tomorrow morning I'll just see if we can help them pick some veggies. This is nice. So really I like the vibe. It's like a farmhouse vibe. The guy is apparently a writer. So I don't know, he has some of his books up here. So maybe I'll try and find some time to read one of his books. So there's his house. He did say I could pick any fruits or veggies that I want from the garden or from the hoop house, which I don't know what hoop house is, but I'll look that up. Yeah, it's a garlic farm, so normally there'd be a ton of garlic out here. Yeah, it's
A very cute vibe. I like it. I'm vibing. There's a bus out here for whatever reason. But yeah, it's nice. It's cool. It's so friendly. So the guy whose place this is just knocked on the door, dropped off some toilet paper, and invited me for a glass of wine at 6:30. So I guess I'll be doing that at 6:30. We'll see what he's about. Okay, so I just had wine with the old farmer man Stanley, and he was so cool. He gave me a book, his book, because he's an author. Who fucking knew? So he gave me his book, which obviously now I'm gonna read. But yeah, he was so cool. Had like so many interesting stories. I'm really glad I went over. He was very old. And there was like a few times when he stood up and he was like, one time he was like, oh, I'm dizzy, and he like stood up and then just stood there before moving more. And this other time he like stood up very slowly and he was like, oh, I'm stiff. And I was like, man, you old fuck, like I hope you don't die on me right now in the midst of this fascinating conversation. But yeah, wow, that was so cool. This road that I'm driving on has been like this for like hours, and it's honestly just insane to me how much like wide open land there is. Hours
In 10
and
miles,
hours
turn left onto Ridge to Market Road.
and hours on end of just nothing. It's insane, really. So I just got to Amarillo. It's dark out, otherwise I'd show you the outside, but I'll show you that tomorrow. But this is my Airbnb.
It's a cute little thing. And there's kitchen and bathroom. Oh, I forgot to show you. Kitchen and bathroom. Pretty standard type place. Yeah.
This place is actually pretty interesting. It's a bigger city than I thought, because it's like, I was like expecting like a tiny little western old west town, but it's actually like I saw some large buildings ish. So it's pretty big. I think tomorrow I'm gonna see the historic Route 66 stuff. But yeah, that's where I am. I just loaded up my car. This is the Airbnb little patio. It's a cute little vibe. So now I'm gonna go. This is the area. That's the big building I was referring to. But let's go see the historic Route 66 neighborhood. See what that's about.